Guys, I'm Vanessa, and many of you might know me from my TikTok channel, Crystal Consciousness. And I've been really called to make a YouTube channel lately. People have been asking me about it, and so I'm doing it. Yay. Thank you for all the encouragement. I so greatly appreciate it. But what I wanted to talk to you guys today about is how I started getting into my gifts, and maybe it can help you, and also how I started speaking to galactic and interdimensional beings. So, originally, this whole journey for me started about 13 years ago. I was in college and I started meditating. I'd always been a little bit psychic, but I had like inner knowledge. I had like an inner voice that would be like, this is good, this is bad. And I think all of us people have this innate psychicness, this innate guidance from our guides. And so about 13 years ago, I started meditating a lot. I started kind of playing around with like, do I want to do witchcraft? I started studying a little bit and that sort of thing. And after about a year of doing that, I was like, I want to meet my spirit guides. I was insistent. I kept asking to meet them. I kept not meeting them, and I got a little frustrated. But after about a year, I was pretty just like, I'm gonna meet him. So I sat on my bed and I meditated, and I was like, I want you guys to introduce yourselves. I am not getting up until you introduce yourselves. And so I meditated, and I think I meditated for about 45 minutes. And what happened after that is I was sitting up as well. All of a sudden, I was not in my room. I was in a very brightly lit room that was not my bedroom. And this very, very tall blonde with long blonde hair down to here in a blue outfit woman walks right up to me and puts her hand out and goes, "Hi, I'm Raina." And then she telepathically communicated to me that she is my spirit guide. And I was so freaked out that I was like, oh my God. I like pulled myself out of that, and all of a sudden I was back on my bed. And I was shocked. I was like, what was that? Where did I go? Who was that person? And the craziest thing about her is that I had a recognition with her because she kind of looked like me, except like goddess version of me. And after that, I was extremely confused. I was like, why would I imagine a spirit guide that's tall and blonde that felt like she was me? And after that, Raina started talking to me actively in my head. She started giving me guidance. And I was just like, all right, cool. I mean, it's weird, but I guess I have this blonde spirit guide. Cool. And it wasn't until many, many years later that Raina revealed to me that she's a Pleiadian. And I asked her, I was like, why didn't you tell me you were a Pleiadian when I met you 12 years ago? And she very knowingly said that if she'd told me, I would not maybe have believed her. It was just not the time. And I was like, okay, so you're a Pleiadian. And apparently she also has conveyed to me that she is me, my same soul. She's a parallel or higher self of mine when I was Pleiadian, in a past life. And the confusing thing about this is, how is she able to be a past life of mine that comes and guides me now? And apparently, the Pleiadians live in a different dimension or density, and time is not linear for them. Because on our third density on our planet, time is very linear, and that's how we experience it. But for other densities and other places, it's not the same. So, because time doesn't matter, she's able to come and guide me in this third dimension that I'm trying to figure my way out through. Um, So I've also gone on this last year, I've started channeling an Arcturian parallel self of mine, higher self of mine. And this Arcturian self is not a singular person, it's kind of part of this collective. So I get the feeling that Arcturians are more of a group consciousness sometimes. They're or they work together very closely, but I also channel this Arcturian collective and others. But if you're interested in this sort of thing, if you have any questions, please leave them for me. But thank you so much for joining me on this journey.